Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture.
Hello guys and welcome to the video. This video was actually supposed to be a comparison between the brand new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 versus the previous Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, but as I was making that comparison, I realized they're basically the same damn game. And just to give you guys a more interesting comparison, I decided to compare Modern Warfare 3 to, as you can probably tell by clicking this video, Battlefield 2042, just to give you guys some more interesting comparisons. But guys, if you're new to my channel, welcome to Live from My Basement, where I make new comparisons like this every single week. And if you find yourself liking the video, be sure to drop a like on it, and if you really enjoy the video, maybe consider subscribing. But guys, let's get this comparison started. Our first comparison is with the tanks between the two games. As you can see here in Modern Warfare 3, whenever the main cannon of the tank fires next to this tree, it doesn't affect the tree at all. It doesn't move, it doesn't do anything. Whereas in Battlefield 2042, there's this impressive effect where the tank fires its main cannon. The blast wave from the tank actually moves and shakes the leaves and the branches of the tree. It's a really impressive effect, and I wish Call of Duty had it as well. Our next comparison, leading back in Call of Duty's favor, as you can see here in Modern Warfare 3, whenever you're firing a weapon, especially a fully automatic weapon, you can actually see the barrel smoke coming out at the end of the barrel, and it looks pretty impressive. Whereas in Battlefield 2042, this effect doesn't really happen at all, which is actually pretty surprising, and I would like to see it be added in the future. Our next comparison is focusing on how weapons appear after you get in and out of the water. As you can see here in Modern Warfare 3, the weapon does have a wet gloss tint to it, but it's not nearly as noticeable as it is in Battlefield 2042, where you can actually see the puddles and droplets of the water on your weapon after you climb out of the water, which is surprising due to Modern Warfare 2 and 3's emphasis on water encounters. You'd think it would look more impressive. Our next comparison focuses on the armor damage when shooting a tank with an RPG. As you can see here in Modern Warfare 3, the RPG does leave a burn blast mark that covers some of the armor and the tire as well, though in Battlefield 2042, it does have a more impressive, like, smoldering hole that the RPG leaves where it hits, though it is worth noting that the hole disappears pretty quickly. Moving on now to a comparison between the blood decals between the two games. As you can see here in Modern Warfare 3, the blood decals are placed pretty accurately to where the bullets are impacting the target, and it's a pretty impactful and impressive effect. Though in Battlefield 2042, there's no blood decal really at all. They just have an animation for the blood spatter. Our next comparison is focusing on the explosive effects on trees between the two games. As you can see in Modern Warfare 3, when I place this C4 and detonate it, it doesn't affect the tree at all, just like the tank blast earlier in the video. Whereas in Battlefield 2042, if an explosive goes off near a tree, the tree branches move and sell the effect. They also move in the breeze too, which is nice. Moving on to shooting out car windows, I make this comparison all the time. As you can see in Modern Warfare 3, when I shoot the windshield of this truck, it does leave a bullet decal in the windshield until I ultimately damage the windshield, and then it shatters completely. Whereas in Battlefield 2042, it has a less noticeable bullet decal effect when I shoot the window, but you could argue the shatter effect is more impressive. And if there's snowy environments between the two games, you gotta compare snow footprints that you leave behind. As you can see here in Modern Warfare 3, you can see your footprints in the snow, though I will say they're a bit more hard to notice when compared to Battlefield 2042, where the footprints just have a bit more depth and just look a bit more crunchy, I guess is the right word, maybe. And if you're shooting out car windows, you gotta shoot out car tires as well. As you can see here in Modern Warfare 3, whenever I shoot the tire a few times, it does eventually let the air out, though I wish that the air actually came out from where the bullets were hitting, and the tire does go flat. It looks pretty good. Whereas in Battlefield 2042, it doesn't really appear to do anything until finally the whole tire and wheel just flies off. I also compared some of the water effects when using explosives. As you can see here in Modern Warfare 3, when I throw the frag grenade in the water, the frag goes beneath the water, explodes, and then disrupts the surface of the water with a little bit of splashing. Though in Battlefield 2042, it's a bit more impressive since the frag grenade actually throws the water much higher in the air, and I like the effect a bit more. I also did a brief comparison showing just how much of your operator you can see when you look down at your legs. As you can see here in Modern Warfare 3, you can see your legs, but you can't really see much of your body. Whereas in Battlefield 2042, I feel like you can see a comical amount of your body. You can see practically your throat all the way down to your legs. I found that pretty funny. And our final comparison is showcasing the destruction of a car. As you can see here in Modern Warfare 3, whenever I throw the C4 on the car and blow it up, it does have a pretty impressive explosive effect, and eventually the black smoke starts to billow out from where the explosive was, and it looks pretty good. Though I gotta say, in Battlefield 2042, it looks a bit better. I love that you can see like the paint melting off of the car, and once it actually catches on fire, and the black smoke effect is far more impressive in my opinion, and the smoke actually casts a shadow, whereas it doesn't in Modern Warfare 3, and it just looks awesome. Well guys, this has been my comparison of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 versus Battlefield 2042, guys. And at the end of the day, I you know, as someone who makes a lot of these comparison type videos, I wanted to see more of a difference between this year's Call of Duty versus last year's Call of Duty. There was times where I was making this video where I felt I've already made this video when I did comparisons of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 versus Battlefield 2042, but you know, it's just a shame that, you know, that we basically got what feels like a $70 DLC where they held our favorite maps from the original Modern Warfare 2 hostage, and I feel like that's kind of what we got here. But at the end of the day, Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 are pretty impressive if you just look at them as a game and not look at them as like what's changed over the last year. I mean, I'm as frustrated as, you know, the rest of you guys, but they are gorgeous games with gorgeous effects, and, you know, they still stack up against Battlefield 2042. I just wish that, you know, like everyone else, we saw more of an evolution with this year's Call of Duty versus what feels like a $70 DLC. But guys, that's all I have for this video. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think? Are you guys playing Modern Warfare 3? Are you still playing Battlefield 2042? Let me know what you guys think of the comparisons or things that I should have compared in the comments. I can't wait to read those. But guys, that's all I have for this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.